Hey my beauties, and welcome to my very first YouTube makeup tutorial. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I know guys, the channel is finally here. After months and months of hinting and teasing, it is finally here, and I'm so excited to embark on this journey with you guys. I'm honestly so happy that the channel is finally up, guys, and I just want this to be a place where we can all come together as lovers of makeup and skincare products and hair care products, just beauty in general, and we can come together and share our passion and our favorite products. I thought I'd show you guys how I achieve my absolute favorite makeup look in the entire world. Like, if you know me off Instagram, you know this is the vibe. This is always the look. This is where I'm comfortable at. These are my colors, my tones, my shades. This is just my vibe. So I thought I would show you guys, since so many of you have requested to see this look. Yeah, this is the look we're doing today. I hope you guys are excited. Alrighty guys, so I'm starting off with my eyebrows already done and my eyelids prepped and primed with the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer in the shade 10. And then next I'm going to jump into priming my skin. I'm from the generation where, like, literally I cannot do my makeup without priming. There are those who can, and I just, for as long as I've been wearing makeup, primers have been around and priming has been a thing. So I just prime, and I like to multi-prime most of the time. So I'm going to first go in with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Skin Base. This is sort of what it looks like. I know the background's white, so it makes things a bit hard to see, but this is what it looks like. I'm just going to pop some of this all over my face. Basically, this is like my all over base primer. I'm going to pop some of that. Everywhere and just rub it in. And for my second primer, I'm going to go in with the Smashbox primer, the Minimize Pores one. And I'm just going to target this in the center of my face. I'm just going to target that here. This is literally just going to smooth out your skin and blur everything, which is a good time. So first off, I'm going to start off with my eyeshadow, because I am an eyeshadow before foundation type of girl. And I'm going to go in with my Perception palette by Shayla and Colourpop. This is what it looks like. I know this isn't like technically available in South Africa, but if you go onto an online store called Muse Beauty, that's where I got mine from, you can get it. So for my crease color, I am going to go into this shade over here called Culture. It's this one over here. So I'm just going to place Culture all over my crease. Let's zoom you guys in a bit so that you can see what I'm doing. This is very personal, up close and personal. This is just honestly such a beautiful transition shade. It translates slightly darker on your lid than it does in the pan. Don't be afraid to blend some of that eyeshadow over here in your like inner corners. And the brush that I used for the first transition color is a Color brush from thicc. It is the Crease 415 brush. I actually highly recommend this brush. It's very nice. And next I want to add a bit more warmth to the eyeshadow look. So I'm going to go in with Thick from the palette. And it's like a really nice vibrant orange. And for that I'm going to use my MAC 286S brush. And I'm going to pop that more so in my direct crease. Like more so below Culture. Actually need... This eyeshadow palette has a mirror. Why am I playing myself? Why am I actually playing myself? because it's dirty. That's why I'm playing myself. It's dirty. So you want to pop thick more so in your crease and not like all over the lid. And always keep your first eyeshadow brush, the big blending fluffy one, always keep that close by so you can just always go back and forth and blend some more. And it's okay if it's a bit messy because we are going to go in and clean up the lid. And I'm going to go in back with the same concealer and a tiny concealer brush. It's best if this brush is synthetic. This is from Beauty Treats. It was like part of a little brush set that I got. So I'm just taking the concealer from like here at the top, and I just want to clean up my lid. And I sort of like know where my Maybelline lid is by now. I don't want to do the whole trick of placing the concealer and then blinking because that would be too dramatic. Because I know where that would end if I did it. It would be like all the way up here. And I'm not trying to do a dramatic crease. Alright, and when you're done cleaning up your lid with the concealer, I just like to take the same brush and just wipe some of that concealer off. And I'm going to go in with the shade TF, which is this gold shade over here. So I'm going to take TF and I'm literally going to place it where I placed that concealer. And I'm doing a combination of patting and swiping to really build this color up. And when you're at this stage, I'm going to go in back with thick, that orange that we used. And I'm just going to blend TF and thick. Just so that there's no harsh lines. And you just want to go back and forth with TF and thick until they're nicely blended. Okay, so now that we're done with the top half of our faces, we're going to go in with foundation. And today I'm going to use my all-time favorite foundation, which is the Lancôme Teint Idole in the shade 6. I actually prefer 7, but they never have stock of 7, so 6. And I'm going to go in with one pump for half of my face, and I'm going to do one at a time. So I'm going to go half a pump, and you just want to work it in very lightly. For me, my biggest focus is always skincare and looking after my skin so that I can wear lighter layers of foundation. And this foundation is scented, but I kind of like that. I really like the smell. Like, I really like the smell. You always want to be sure to get your jawline. You don't want to be clogged. I really like the smell of this foundation. It smells so good. And you always just want to go over your foundation with a damp beauty sponge. This one is from Real Techniques. Just if there's any harsh brush strokes, we don't want that. As much as I want to go in with my Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer, because it's the concealer that I use to prime my lids, I also want to go in with my Fit Me, just because it's hands down like one of my favorite concealers, and it's not that that light compared to my skin tone. So I'm going to go in with just a bit. Tip of the nose. and then down the bridge. A little bit on your chin, and keep it slow. And using a damp beauty sponge, you just want to blend that in. And I don't like to like pack so much concealer on, like all the way up my lid, up to my eyes and down here, because when you blend it out, the concealer spreads eventually, so there's no need, in my opinion, to be going in with so much product. I swear this foundation smells so good, guys. Like, it smells so delicious. I love it. Just like that. It's not too much, but like, you know, she's there. She's there. We know she's there. So I'm not gonna lie, I am a cream bronze, cream contour type of girl. I just am. Like, I'm obsessed with creating structure and dimension to my face. So I'm gonna go in with the Black Opal True Color foundation stick in the shade Hazelnut. I really like this shade because it's so warm. It just adds so much warmth to your face, and I like to take it on this like little round type of kabuki brush. It's like very small, and then you want to work slowly and build your way up. So just bronzing and contouring the perimeter of my forehead, and with this being a foundation stick, it is going to add some more coverage to our look. And most people like to bring their contour in the hollow of their faces. I like to place mine on my actual cheekbone. So like when I do this, I want to feel the bone, okay? I want to feel that cheekbone. And you want to do your jawline as well. And take it up from here and just along your jawline. So always in the shape of a 3. I don't know if Kim Kardashian taught us that or if she learned that just, you know, from the makeup goat himself, Mario. This has to be like my favorite step of my makeup. Like, oh, I love it a lot. I love it. Always down your neck a bit. My favorite part of makeup, I'm going to contour my nose, and I'm going to go in with my Kala brush that I got from Dischem. It is the shading 312 brush, and I think this brush is absolutely perfect for nose contour. Like, do me one solid from this whole tutorial. Get this brush and try it out when you're contouring your nose. It's literally so perfect. So I like to dip it into the product as well, the same sort of technique that I did for the rest of my face. And when it comes to contouring your nose, you want to take it from the socket and like your brow bone type of thing, this little bone that you feel in there, and you want to run it down the sides of your nose and flick the product over here back to create like a shadow, so that it's not just this dark pigment that starts from nowhere on your face. It sort of makes it look like bone structure. So from that socket, flicking up, and then you just want to run it along the sides of your nose. Can I just vent real quick that my chakras are not aligned today at all. In terms of filming, I am seeing flames. If it is not my SD card, it is the batteries. If it's not my batteries, it's the dogs. It's just something today. Just something. I need to take a moment just to calm down because wow. Wow. Okay, so next we're going to go in and set all those creams that we laid down. And to set my concealer and highlighted areas, I'm going to go in with my favorite powder, which is the Laura Mercier powder. Okay, let me explain this part so that I can do it quickly. I'm going to take my Real Techniques blending sponge, blend out the creases. I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder with my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm going to do one eye at a time. And I'm not your baking girl, like I don't really like to bake. I really like to set lightly and just dust some powder. So I'm going to go and do that quickly. Blendy blend, blend those creases. And then powder. So yeah, I just like to lightly powder anywhere where I placed concealer or where I know I'm prone to get oily. Ooh. Alright dolls, so now that we have set down our concealer with the translucent powder, I'm going to go in with my Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette Light to Medium. Guys, when I tell you guys that I adore this palette, oh my gosh, I absolutely love it so much. It's just got such warmth to it, like, love it. So I'm going to go in with the color Contour. I feel like Sculpt is a bit too extra for the type of look I'm going for. I'm just going to take that contour shade and I'm going to set down that cream contour bronzer that we used. And at this stage of my makeup, I just like to go in with some MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. Goat, need it, recommend it, can't live without it, can't do without it. So I'm going to go in with a few spritz just now. Just because we did all those powders, I just want to sort of refresh my skin. Blend those powders together and just make the powders and all the products settle into my skin. And now for another favorite part of my makeup routine, we are going to smoke out our bottom lower, that's the same thing, bottom and lower. We're going to smoke out our lower lash lines with the same colors that we used in our transition, just to complete the eye. So I'm going to go in with Culture, and I'm going to use my MAC 217S brush for that. Dip it into Culture, and now it's very important to tap off the excess because we don't want any fallout now that we've done our base. And just begin to smoke out that lower lash line curl. It helps to like squint a little bit. And connect it over here on the outer corner. Fun fact, this mirror is actually very dirty. And blurry, but luckily I've got another mirror there, so yeah. And going with that same brush that we used with thick, you just want to add a bit of thick, not all the way into the inner corner like we did with Culture. We just want to go to the pupil with thick. So where your pupil starts, or where it is, that's where you want to stop with the vibrant orange. Guys, I apologize. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but it just dawned on me that I think I want to add a bit of a liner to this look. So I'm going to go in with MAC Teddy. It's like a browny, bronzy type of eyeliner. That's what it looks like, if you can see. It's like a brown. And I just want to pop a bit of this into my waterline. Alrighty guys, so next for highlighter, I'm going to go in with my MAC Happy Go Dazzling face powder. It's technically not like a proper highlighter in the sense, it is a face powder. And I like to go in with the highlighter. I don't play when it comes to highlighting. I absolutely love highlighters so much. And using the tip of my finger, I'm just going to highlight my nose. Before I do my mascara, I like to go in with the my final like layer of setting spray. I like to do this before my mascara, just so that my mascara doesn't like leak or like bleed onto my face. So I like to set now. And for my mascara, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline New York, the Colossal Bigshot Volume Express Mascara. And I like to use my mirror, look into it, and go from the root, and wiggle, 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 do, 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 wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then look down and take it from the top like that. Yes. And lower lash line quickly. I don't like to do too much because they can look very clumpy and spidery if I do too much. Like that. Mascara's done. Now this is always the hardest part for me. Trying to decide on a lip. It will most probably be a nude of sorts. Yeah, sometimes I just want to throw on gloss. Sometimes I want to do a lip color. I can't decide. Okay guys, so since I can't decide on whether I want to do a lip color or if I just want to do a gloss, I'm going to show you guys both options. So this is how I would wear it. I would go in with just a clear gloss, and this is the Essence Shine Shine Shine. Siri,
what kind of businesses are you looking for?
The smell of this lip gloss, guys. So that's the finished look on my end. Like, this is how I would rock it out. But let me give you guys a lip option. And for a second lip option, I'm going to line my lips with MAC Cork. And then I'm going to go in with my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London. Alrighty then, my beauties, so this is the final makeup look. Comment down below which one of the lip options was your favorite. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, hit the notification bell, because it makes a world of difference, guys. A world of difference. You will not get a notification. Like, I know this, being like a YouTube watcher myself. Like, wow. You literally, they don't care if you subscribed or not. You won't get it, sis. So be sure to hit the little bell as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until my next video next week, guys. Bye.